Cool.
Alright, welcome everyone for the third match in the Unofficial Warsaken Standard tournament. Well, fourth match to be exact, with special guest and Matt, one of the generals of Warsaken and owners of Warsaken. He's playing Andrejshopa. And Andrei has accepted a special challenge that is an option for all players who play Matt, which I call the Lockwood Challenge. Lockwood Challenge means that Matt will be using Council Lockwood, which is his avatar deck in the Warsaken Discord, and his opponent will be using Zoth. And whoever wins against Matt will get special reward, which is assigned currently to be a premium pack. Anyways, Andrei, as you are the host, could you start the game, and I will join as a spectator once that's ready. And if you want, you can talk stuff, and Matt, if you want to introduce yourself as well, and Andrei. Alright, I guess we let the cards do the talking. Also, considering we have a little bit of special situation here, it's practically midnight for Matt, and Andrei just woke up. So they're both tired and groggy. I will be providing a bit more assistance than I normally would on this game. I also know that Matt is more used to the standard version of the game played physically. So he's experiencing the game, but not necessarily on tabletop yet.
Yeah, I've only played 4 or 5 times on Tabletopia, just because of time. I love playing Blitz though. I play Blitz a lot too. So.
Alright, so since you both already know your leaders, just shuffle your deck using the right click option. And then drag one die on the field, and let's roll who goes first. Since we already have a leader picked, we only need to roll who gets to pick. They go first or second. Okay, Matt rolls 4, and Andrei rolls 2. Okay, Matt, do you want to go first or second?
I will go second.
Alright, so Andrei goes first. Also, you both have wrong token setup, since this pair has the wrong leader timers. So if you both could go to next to your leader, you see those 2 dice there. Set the first ability, which is the topmost one, to 2, and the second one to 5. Just right click them and pick the set option, which is the right side of the wheel. Alright. And let's see, both shuffle, just draw 8 cards, and then we see if you need to redraw things. Just go to the deck and right click it and pick 8. The draw option is on the bottom side. Oh, already memorizing territories, I see. Okay, once you are done checking your field, please draw 8 cards.
You want me to wait till my turn to pull my 8 or just pull it down?
No, we do it before we start because we use the official rule for Mulligan, which lets you withdraw your hand once for free, and then if you don't like it, again. So both players draw 8 cards before they...
I've never done a Mulligan before.
Well, now it's your chance to do that. Or if you feel brave, you can just always go on with your starting hand. Okay, Andrei, do you want to do redraw, or are you fine with your hand?
Fine.
Okay, that's promising. And Matt, do you want to do a ritual, or are you fine with your hand?
I think I'm good.
Oh, okay. Alright, then good luck both of you. And remember, you are allowed to talk during the match if you want. Okay, alright, Andre. You start, so it's your turn. And Matt, I'm expecting a lot of nukes for this game.
I gotta pull him first, right?
Yeah, you have a rep to uphold. Okay. That's one power swap to Jerick. Also, Andre, if possible, when you do that, please mention it. So remember, whenever either of you needs tokens or dices to do max on the corner, I have plenty.
Changing.
Okay.
Pass.
Alright, Matt, it's your turn.
Okay.
So, you know, draw, reduce, produce, the usual.
Yep.
Yep. Do remember to reduce your leader Thanos first. I want your nuke ready. Yeah, and the supply factor for Vernus is already added, so...
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient.
Just trying to decide what I want on one of them.
Yep.
What do I want? That route. Okay.
Since it's been a while you used tabletop, you can right-click cards in your hand if you want to set them face down. People actually forget that. I've seen people play face down cards quite often.
Oh, come on.
You can just use either the right mill, the big T take option, which is the hand for the dices, or just a left
I
click
grabbed
drag
the
and
wrong
drop.
one for the dice.
Yep. But you can use tokens as well. I mean, it's up to the player which one they want to use. There's less tokens though, so it's actually preferable to use dices.
Right. And we'll do this as well.
So you're replacing resources. Oh, you're playing. Oh, okay, here we go. All right. So that was two specific resources played as a generic power and fuel, and one equipment placed. Oh, sorry. Equipment power played as generic, and one fuel played as fuel. All right.
And let's see here. No, I'll stop there. I'm good.
All right.
Your turn, Andre.
Do remember you reduce the unit timers before you put resources up? Okay. Pretty sure these two didn't have to, so. Okay, fire into build matters for the card. Means all the field territories on Locus are take 50 damage, and Lockwood has 2 field territories, which are the Dryden oil fields and the Delphine Bay. So just double click the token behind the territories and okay, well you got it. And just reduce by 50. Okay. Yep, you're getting the hang of it again. It always takes a bit once you're rusty. But,
Changing 2 for
okay.
generic.
Okay. Replacing 2 power for 2 generic. Ooh, okay.
So Andre, which are you attacking with all 3?
Yes, oil fields.
My oil fields.
Right in oil
What's your
fields.
total? You got 60,
160.
80.
180 actually.
Okay. 180. Yeah.
140 for the drone, and
180.
the current plus 40 is 180.
Alright.
Alright.
Pass.
Okay.
Do remember draw before you reduce timers. In the previous match at the end, there was some players who also reduced the leader timer before drawing, but it's easier for me to follow if you draw first.
Not a problem.
So thank you for that.
I'm gonna go switch it back to 2 since it's at 0 now.
You might want to zoom in if you want to reduce the time. Yeah, it's really tricky. I often just roll right close to it and just selecting there. It's also annoying they're white against white, so it's really hard to spot them. Okay, that's some stealth units on the field. Okay, freezing rainstorm. We got a weather bump here. This is the Q and E keys are the fastest way to rotate the card. Just put a cursor to the card and use Q and E keys. Though it does align it along your camera angle, so it's a bit finicky.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay. Alright. It's Andrej's turn. Also do remember to flip your forces ready before you do the charge. The what's that act? Yeah, it's really annoying when they get stuck. Alright, so Andrei is using the push and gonna find a specific draw. So if you could put your hand behind yourself face down, thank you. Right. This is interesting because I saw your hand was 0, so you put it somewhere, but I don't see it on the field. But it definitely was 0 at one point. And you use 24 draw, so you should have a hand here somewhere. Why I do not see it? Matt, can you see a hand behind Zoff?
Can I see my hand or his hand?
His hand. He should have a hand placed face down behind somewhere.
I saw it drop. I don't know where it went. I don't see it now though.
Yeah, I also saw like the cards went off. It's not on the deck. The deck has to be launched.
If he tries to slide everything forward on him, it might bring it into view.
Yeah, that would be possible.
He clicks the screen and pushes it forward.
I'm getting D6.
Okay. Just put the cards back. Yep, and 0 again. Just shuffle your deck. And where did you put your cards?
Below Zoff.
Okay, interesting. Now I see them. But I'm 100% certain you did that before because you. By the way, the units you picked, it stays on the field. You get to play 3. You don't have to put it in your hand. It's ready. Because I saw your card count hit 0, but I didn't see where your cards went. But then I saw you draw 24, which means you used the system you didn't at top of your cards. So I know you did it right, but for some reason it didn't show up, which is weird. Also, you cannot produce resources this turn because Matt used the freezing rainstorm. So just remove the power ones. You do get the equipment though. You just take 2 equipment and yeah. Yeah, I see Brandon is talking about magic cards. And cards do occasionally disappear in tabletop, but that was first time I saw something like that. But all the indicators showed that the hand was placed, and I heard the sound and stuff like that. So, fine.
I'll pass.
Alright, and the weather card gets removed first. So if you could move it to discard pile, please.
Sure.
Thank you. And draw.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll draw first.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised how many people skip the draw phase. Since I promised I will giving more assistance on this game than usual, I will keep reminding it, but normally I'd mention it once or twice and then just let them kinda lose the cards. Okay, since you flipped the G-Titan missile silo to 2, I presume you fire it.
Yeah, let me tell him what I'm hitting.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the Pawns Research Center for 140.
140, so will be exactly 140 health left. Alright. You can also leave some dices on your side so you don't have to always use the bank if you want. But if you want to use it
Sounds
like
good.
that, it's fine. Ooh, some scorpions on the field. Okay, so that's one equipment as equipment and one equipment as generic. As Brandon said in the chat, the official rules doesn't require you to actually replace everything as generic. However, on the tournament, as it's easier for me to see what's happening, I usually ask people to replace in this case, the equipment as generic before you play the card, but it's fine, since it works correctly. Okay. What do you mean trying, Brandon? He is representing the generals, Matt is not trying.
Let's see, what do I want?
Ooh, that's brutal. The people watching, Brandon just said, the main developer of the game, on the chat that Matt is only representing if he wins. That's pretty brutal.
I'm what?
Brandon just wrote that you are only representing if you win.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
the generals.
Yeah. He's got to win his match too. He plays it.
Yeah, he does, and he's not playing an easy opponent.
Let's see, just one sec. I'll look at this.
Oh. I presume you didn't replace those with generics then, okay.
No, I don't ever do that.
Yeah, I mean,
generic can be any single one, so.
Yep.
I get it makes it easier for you. It's just I'm not used to doing that, so.
Okay, I'll just keep explaining how it's you know, gets replaced for people, because I know those two are generic ones.
Yeah. Cool. I am done.
You're not gonna attack?
Oh, sorry. I'm in my own little world. No, I'm not gonna attack.
All right, Andrejshopa. That's a huge pile of resources. Okay, same thing here. One equipment and one equipment replaced as generic. And Igobok immediately gets 1 power. And there's calculated stagnation. And you are delaying that card by 1, so increase the timer by 1. Okay. was gonna say something, but I'm also a bit tired, so my mistake. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you
Yes.
need to tell me what you're hitting me with.
Yeah.
Also, just a friendly reminder about that we are using the
So
group.
just your subs? Just your subs, or?
Subs. Attacking with subs. Oil fields.
Subs in your drone, or just subs?
No, just subs.
Okay.
And
So just
with G6 and Neron, I will attack Delphin Bay.
So
okay. So
that's
the
two.
subs are attacking. That's fine. So the subs are attacking the oil field,
Yes.
and the other three are attacking Delphine Bay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So both your subs are going to get through because I can't stop them. That's 160.
That is
That
correct,
leaves me with
160.
And then these 40, 30.
140 total.
Okay, so my X6 is going to block your drone. Either one dies because yours has evade, and mine doesn't get hurt from Air Force or things in the sky. And then my tank will block him, killing him, and this will get through for 40.
Okay. You can do that since Panther is a stealth unit, as is the G6. So 40 damage goes through to Delphine Bay.
Yep.
Pass.
Okay. All right, cool. And I didn't flip these as blocked just because it's my turn now, and they would have unflipped.
Yep, and you don't flip them to you don't flip them anyways if you block. So.
All right. Okay. So. This one here, I'm switching back to 2, and I'll draw my 2 cards. So, I'm going to just put this dice down here in case I need it again.
Can you fix the resource bank a bit? It's kind of getting spread about.
Sure. And this goes to 1.
I forgot to mention on the earlier play with the C27 tank, one of the generic resources was paid in equipment. And in this case these are generic resources, and in this case it was paid in famine. And in that case it was paid in equipment. And it's 2 interrogation facilities, so 2 intel.
Oh, sorry, I did not put card there. Oh no, I did put a card there. Sorry. Oh, I did put a card there. Sorry. Just do that one.
So what are you gonna do with that equipment you placed?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I realized I forgot to put a resource on this one because I got caught up in moving things.
Actually, forgot to put the resource on the Delphine Bay, not on the Avernus. That's
my
it.
fault. I have that. So we will take this and put it there.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Every time his little hand moves, it distracts me. It's not his fault, but
Oh, now
shake some keys and I get distracted.
okay, now Andre has some
I found his
strategic
weakness.
options.
What do I want to do?
Remember to put the timer on the card, please.
For what?
The turns, it's face turn card, so it is turn time, preparation time. So please put the dice top of it.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
Especially in this matchup, there is quite a lot of meaning to insert the turns.
Alright, so my tiger tank is going to attack your Pawns Research Center for 90.
Is that all? Remember, you have to declare all attacks at once. One moment, my Discord rebooted, so I have to reshare my screen. Give me a moment. I don't know why, but it just started. Should be up again.
And it is your turn.
Alright, Unofficial. Yeah, visit accounts now. So it only shows 3 cards. I know you had 4 cards, but this probably shows 4 cards in your own.
Yes.
So it's weird to leave one out. Well, it's a desync issue with the host template. Okay. Cheer current picked. And as this one has a preparation time, it goes to game face down with one timer token on it. And as I mentioned for the audience earlier, I'm giving more advice than I would normally, because both players are basically playing either really, really early or really, really late. And I know from experience in this situation it's really hard to focus. Okay, we got the Relentless Race card here. Okay, let's check the resources. 1, okay, equipment. That's generic, that's 3 generics. Okay, 2 power and 1 power as generic. Okay, it's correct. So Lockwood's territories take 100 damage each. So this means Biden gets destroyed. And Lockwood loses 4 more.
You said 4, right? I flipped over before I looked.
Yeah, it's 15 will be the number that's left.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot to double. You said it, so I just flipped it, and then I was like, oh, I should have double checked, but it's all good.
Well, you in cases like that, you can check as many times as you need to.
Yeah.
Okay, calculate the stagnation and increasing that timer by 1. Okay.
Okay, what are you attacking with, and what are you attacking?
Attacking with the subs boxstone.
Okay. Alright, so that's 160. And I can't stop that, so...
do remember you have to declare all attacks before blocker does, so if you attack with anything else, you have to say it now.
One of my cards... Boxed in coal plants. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry. So...
And with the rest, Delphine Bay.
Okay.
Okay, so 160 damage to Broxton Gold Plants, and Delphine Bay will take 140 if let through.
So my X6 will block the drone.
Mm-hmm.
You attacked with the drone, right?
Yes.
And my tank will destroy him. And this will get through for 40. And did you say this one? Which one did you say you wanted to hit?
Delphine Bay.
Okay. You got it. For 40.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, my headphones are out of batteries.
Okay.
As in, like, the
Backers,
earbuds are...
Backers, we can hear you audio. Could you please mute your microphone? Thank you.
All right.
Are you done?
So actually, I think it back 3 years. So
attack, so goes down to 1. I'm gonna hold off on this timer.
Okay,
for a
so
minute.
you're not gonna use the nuclear option.
I will use it, but not yet.
All right.
I'll use it before I attack.
All right.
Uh,
You do have to use it before battle phase, so.
yes. But I can use other timers first.
Are you gonna use the missile?
I will in a minute. Okay, so okay, so the missile silo will hit. Okay, the Wolf Power District for 140.
All right, pull 140.
Lockwood's ability will hit Garson City, killing it.
All right. Doesn't get eliminated.
And give me 1 second. How much is left there? Okay. The nuclear fallout hits this one for 50. And this one for 50 as well. Oh, I apologize, I did not draw my card yet.
Which means you lose it. Remember, I warned about that earlier.
Oh, because I didn't draw it before everything else?
No, because I reminded you about drawing it a few times already. Unless Andre lets you draw, of course. As I said, I have been a lot more lenient on this game than I normally would.
Andre, are you letting me draw or do I lose my draw?
You can draw.
Alright,
Thank you.
that's a fair play from Andre. Yeah, Andre's a really sportsmanlike player, as Ultra says.
Yeah. Just so he knows I would have done the same. I would have let him draw. I think he has an even chance of beating me, so that's good. Okay, so let me flip this one back over.
Mm-hmm. Should be ready.
There we go. These two are at 1. Okay, what do I want to do here? God, those subs are a pain. Oh, sorry. Resources. Which one do I want? I guess.
You never know, Andre.
I'm going to play this.
Alright, we got the satellite
I'll pay
recon.
an electric,
So
pay an
we
electric, and then one
Yep.
generic. And I'm gonna play this for my generic.
Oh, you also call it electric. It's a power resource there. Yeah, I keep calling the equipment as engineering resources, stuff like that.
Yeah, early habits from the early days. Let's see here.
Okay, so just please put your hand on the field face down behind the lockwood before you do that. So we see you got no cards when you arrange them, since you don't have to show them. That's a draw card, not your hand card. Hold on a moment. Put that card behind the arsenal, alright? It's the first one, so we remember that, and you did it with your hand. Select your hand with the right click and flip it. There's flip option. And place your hand visible on the field, face down, underneath the lockwood card and your territories. Okay. So we see you have no cards in the hand. You're just anywhere behind your territories, like Andre has been doing so far.
Is there a way to grab them all?
Right click them and big drop, select all, and then you can also right click and big flip all.
Oh, there you go. I left one down there by accident.
Alright. Now as we see you have no cards, you can just draw the 4 cards in your hand and play them back on the deck in any order as you want. As this deck lets Matt organize his top 4 cards and draw 1 card, so he gets anything out of those 4 he basically wants. It's a really good card, pro tip by the way. Might want to get that on your deck.
What was that?
I just say to people that the pro tip might want to get that card on your deck. Make sure it snaps, that one is not placed properly.
Which one?
And the first card you placed, it didn't snap on the deck. When you have it hovering over the deck, make sure you see the orange hue before you release. Okay, right there. And this one as well. It doesn't matter immediately, but once you do shuffles and stuff later, it does. Yep. And you get to draw the last card, so if you want, you can just keep it on your hand.
Okay.
You can also use Shift key and drag with the left mouse to select multiple cards. Also make sure, yeah, you need to see the blue hue. It's really tricky at the start. As I mentioned earlier, Matt has played quite a bit of the tabletop version of the game, not necessarily on tabletop yet.
I played like 2 or 3 times on tabletop, maybe 4 times on tabletop.
Okay, and speaking about that, could you remove the satellite recon card since you use it? It goes to this card pile.
Yep. Let's see. Anything else I want to play? Okay, that's right. Okay, so open. just thinking my move through.
Well, it's a tournament, so take your time.
Just did that.
So my recommendation for tournament modes is 1 to 2 hours, and we are still in the 1 hour mark, so.
Gotta do math.
Just a reminder, since you're both waking up or getting the hang of things, I'm giving less and less advice. Just saying.
Okay, I guess it is what it is. Yeah, the last few turns is trying to figure out what can I do? How can I make things happen? You know,
That's how it usually goes, unless you're able to see the end results ahead of time, like some players do, Stolen for example.
Okay, so
Impossible.
can't do that.
So, here we go.
Sorry, I'll take less than 2 more minutes. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right.
Yeah, man, it's moment like this, I'd really just want to jump into game myself.
Yeah, it's one of these things where if I do this move wrong, it could just really screw me up.
It's just I'm probably not suited to being a player than referee, to be honest, since I have like, I want to play both sides right now. I'm sorry about that. I'll give you a couple more minutes.
Thank you. Sorry to everybody watching.
Oh, they are watching, alright. The entire world is watching. Years to come. No pressure.
Oh, grr.
I give you 2 more minutes to think.
Okay. We are going to attack with 1, 2, 3. Oops, not 3. 3 for 240 against Wolf Power District. Wait, how many morale does he have left? Just a second.
7.
7. Okay. Yeah, so 240 to Wolf Power District and 90 to Fermi Energy Plants. So he has nothing that can block, so except a. So what's he blocking with his guy?
So you are attacking with the 2 scorpions and 1 panther, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you use the tiger? Because the numbers sounded odd, so I'm double checking.
Yeah, 3 at 80. So which one is he blocking?
So just making sure 240 for Wolf and was there something else? Sorry, I'm probably tired as well. I didn't quite get
No,
what
I said these 3 were attacking this one.
Okay.
This one was attacking this one.
Okay, I got it right. Thank you. So will you block anything, Andre, or will you let it go?
Block Scorpion.
Okay.
With Igor.
Okay, so Econ gets eliminated, but the Scorpion doesn't do any damage as it has no glitch mechanic. Which means, let's see, Wolf Power District takes 160 damage and Fermi Energy Plants takes 90 damage. Should be 310, by the way, on the Fermi. Okay. And please flip the cards returning on your side, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just flipping them because they attacked.
Yep. It says Andrejshopa went online, but I can see your cursor, so probably that's just client refreshing or something. You can see the game fine, Andre, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And again, for the audience, they cannot see my cursor since I'm a spectator. That's why I'm kind of showing things.
Okay, Andre, it's your turn.
And I do trust neither of them will spy on my screen, so... Hopefully.
Soft effect. 200.
So he's using Zoss attack. Correct?
Yep.
Yes.
It's an orbital railgun, 200 damage to each enemy territory.
Yep.
Do remember to flip your troops ready, by the way. That's something I absolutely had to remind our people about.
About what?
So, that would make so that Buxton and Delphin Bay gets eliminated and Vernon's will have 100 health left.
Yeah.
It's 5 moral for Delphin Bay and Buxton was 5 or 4. You can double check that one.
berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn. Yeah, I have become death and
Oh, grr. I hate when I forget to do things.
Alright, Andre, anything else you want to do? You still have some resources and cards.
No.
Alright.
Nothing.
And for people watching, Andre used Soc's ability, which means he can't attack this turn.
What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it is
The Lockwood's ability to draw extra cards is really showing on this match.
Yeah, it's just not doing much. And I forgot to do my intel last turn, so I missed out on that.
Yep. I was kind of dancing my cursor top with your inter cards. It's one of the things I remind once, so...
I normally don't play intel very often.
Mm.
And it's not really going to affect me at this point of the game anyway. So. Okay, so I guess we do my counters first, and then I'll add my resources.
yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn. Yeah, I have become death and the
Okay, just doing resource check. Okay, that's one equipment for equipment. And one power as generic, and should be fuel there. Okay, that's correct.
What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn.
You accidentally picked the
I pick up my
token back.
bag.
I know you are into loot and such, but leave the
That was
blue dice
weird.
be. Okay. So there's a power for generic, and what else you got here? Remember to remove the resources. That's one power for generic, one fuel for fuel, and one equipment for equipment. Okay.
Okay, so now I produce. Almost forgot that timer. Okay. Yeah, 310. Okay.
the same for audience since people are pointing it out. Since the game has gone over an hour, I kind of stopped giving you hints, so better play face to face.
Right.
It's a bit mean, but I generally only give little advice to players normally. But I'd say you both are doing pretty well despite that.
Blitz. Okay, so okay, so
I got it. Echo, Lima, Zulu.
What are you gonna do?
I'm figuring. Okay, okay, so I am attacking with both. Let's see here.
Sheesh. Narcissistic bureaucrat.
Check. Okay, so 320, so okay, so my bombers are taking this one out at 310 for 320, so it'll go. They both have stealth, so they can't be blocked by that card.
Yeah, unfortunately, Geo Horret cannot block stealth bombers. It's a really good air card, but it can't block stealth.
And all four of these are attacking the one for 50.
Right, and Zophie compromised, but not out of the game yet. Alright. And that's all attackers gone, so could you flip them towards you, please, Matt?
Yep.
Alright, Andrei, it's your turn. What will you do?
Attack with these two there.
So
Five.
80 and 40, okay. Let me put these resources back because it's been destroyed.
Mm-hmm. And now Lockwood is compromised as when a supply factory is reduced more to 6. Unfortunately, you cannot finish him off because
He cannot attack.
once the condition to compromise a leader is created during battle phase, you cannot target the leader because all your forces are already assigned. That I have to say, this is really close match. Like,
Yeah, that's why I took a little bit to figure it out.
Yeah.
And hold on here, let me double check something.
I can literally pinpoint the moment out when it could have gone other way.
Yeah, I am also now out of morale.
Mm-hmm.
So we will fix that. Okay, so that would make it my turn, correct?
True.
Yes.
Okay.
I have to say, this was a really good attempt at the Lockwood challenge. You had a really good chance to win this one, Andre. Well done.
Why is it not turning back around? This is weird.
You can just use the Q and E keys if it doesn't work. Occasionally due to the game lag, it doesn't let you interact with your own cards.
Okay. We'll just assume they're all turned back around. And then I need to draw a card. I have no resources, so I come down like that. Timer goes to 0, and it's going to hit your leader for 140. And kill him.
Yep, and that's a Misha finish
Thank you.
with Matt. Alright. So thank you for the game, Andre and Matt. And Matt will
Thank
continue.
you, Andre. Good game, buddy.
Yeah,
Great game.
this was really even. I mean, both territories down, both compromised.
You know what? It was so even. I am going to talk zero smack in the Discord because it was so even. Good job, Andre.
Wow. Matt is not talking smack.
I am not going to talk smack about this. That's how much I respect your gameplay.
All right.
So.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
Thanks for the game. Thanks, everybody.
All right, so Matt continues to the next game, which will be against. Well, I'm gonna announce it later. And just a heads up, Matt, and the next player does not necessarily have to accept your Lockwood challenge, so you might want to check the other space out. But if they do, of course, there is that premium back reserve for anyone who beats you.
Yeah, I just don't believe anyone's going to turn down a premium pack, but I'll be brushing up on the other sets. I know most of them. I've played them. I just have a couple I need to brush up on. I'm not going to share which ones those are, but I just think anyone turning down a premium pack would be crazy.
Also, one
Andre,
thing. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Andre, great game. I appreciate playing with you.
And one thing I would like to add, Andre has been helping me out a lot behind the scenes by being a flexible player. For example, in this tournament, he was not part of the original players. He has the skills. I'm not going to deny that, but his schedule was kind of a bit uncertain. But he agreed to play in the tournament as we had an uneven players, and even took this special match setup. So I'm really grateful to you for that, Andre. As well, in the Blitz tournament, you also did some replacement plays. I truly appreciate that. So thank you, Belt, and
Thanks so much.
good luck and stay safe.